Ever wonder why so many people jump into real estate investing only to end up buried under debt or stuck with properties that don't make them a dime? Real estate can change your life, but if you don't know what you're doing, it can also wreck it. It's not about luck, it's about strategy. And today I'm going to share the top 5 mistakes new investors make and how you can avoid them. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let's be real. When you think about real estate investing, you're probably imagining huge profits and living that luxury life, right? Well, you're not wrong. The potential is huge. But here's the catch. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. A lot of new investors dive in without the right knowledge and make costly mistakes. Today, I'll break down those mistakes so you can start smart, start strong, and avoid the pitfalls. Are you ready to make a life-changing decision? Because if you get this wrong, the financial consequences can follow you for years. Before we get into the mistakes, let me ask you, how many of you have already thought about diving into real estate? Drop a comment and let's talk about where you are in the process. Are you in the research phase or just dreaming about it? Mistake number 1, skipping the research phase. Let's kick things off with the first and biggest mistake, skipping the research phase. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of finding the one property and rushing into things. You see the flashy listings and think you've hit the jackpot. But guess what? That deal could be a disaster if you haven't done your homework. Cut to visuals of a dream property being snapped up quickly, then flip to a stressed investor staring at piles of documents, realizing they missed key research points. You wouldn't buy a car without checking if it runs, right? Don't buy a property without understanding the neighborhood stats, market trends, and property values. Here's the hard truth. Bad investments happen when you don't take the time to learn the numbers first. Not factoring in the neighborhood's potential for growth or rentability is like setting out on a road trip without a map. You'll likely get lost, and not in a fun way. But what if you could predict success? Stick around, because the next mistake is where most investors go wrong, especially those trying to flip properties. Let me ask you, do you know how to read the numbers properly? Mistake number 2, underestimating costs and overestimating profits. All right, so you found the property, you've researched the market, but here's the big mistake that so many new investors make: underestimating the costs and overestimating the profits. This is where people get themselves in real trouble. Show an investor happily looking at a property, but then reality sets in with a stream of unexpected expenses like repair bills, taxes, and maintenance costs. You may think you're going to make a killing after repairs, but have you budgeted for unexpected costs? Repairs, maintenance, property taxes, insurance, they all add up. And if you're not prepared, you could end up in debt faster than you can say negative cash flow. Trust me, you can't skip the numbers here. You need to have a solid budget that includes everything, and I mean everything. From renovations to holding costs, these expenses can eat away at your profits before you even know it. Now let's talk about something that's equally important, but often overlooked by new investors: financing. Without understanding the options available, your real estate journey could go south very quickly. Think you know what type of financing is best for you? Keep watching, because this mistake could change your entire strategy. Mistake number 3, ignoring financing options. Here's a little secret. Financing isn't one size fits all. Conventional loans, FHA loans, or even hard money lenders, they all have pros and cons. The third biggest mistake I see new investors make: not fully understanding their financing options before making the leap. Show someone at a desk surrounded by papers labeled with FHA, hard money, and conventional loan, looking confused and overwhelmed. Taking out the wrong type of loan can massively impact your bottom line. Think about it. Are you going for long-term buy and hold? Then maybe a conventional loan or FHA is your friend. But if you're flipping properties fast, you might need hard money. It's crucial to match the right financing with your strategy. Get this wrong and you'll pay the price, not just in terms of interest, but in stress, headaches, and possibly even losing the property altogether. Ready for a reality check? The next mistake isn't just about money, it's about your mindset. Because let's face it, if you don't know this, your real estate journey is doomed from the start. Are you prepared for the long game? Mistake number 4, not having the right mindset. Let's face it, real estate investing isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a long-term play. And if you don't have the right mindset going in, you're setting yourself up for failure. The 4th biggest mistake, not having a clear vision for your investment strategy. Show an investor starting with big, unrealistic dreams, then quickly becoming disillusioned as they hit roadblocks and challenges. Voiceover. Here's the thing. There's no magic formula. You'll face setbacks, whether it's tenants causing issues, repairs costing more than expected, or unexpected market shifts. The key is being resilient, adapting, and staying focused on your long-term goals. Every great investor started exactly where you are. Nervous, unsure, but hungry for success. The difference between them and the ones who fail? Their mindset. Do you have the grit to keep going when things get tough? And speaking of tough situations, let's talk about the last mistake. If you think you can just wing it and hope for the best, think again. I'll show you the one mistake that could wipe out everything you've worked for. Mistake number 5, not learning from your mistakes. The final mistake is a big one, not learning from your mistakes. If you make a wrong move, the worst thing you can do is ignore it. Every investor, no matter how successful, hits roadblocks. It's part of the process. Show an investor making a mistake, like buying a bad property, and then repeating the same mistake again, looking frustrated. The key is to learn, adapt, and improve. Don't just throw in the towel when you face challenges. Use them as stepping stones. If you fail, fail forward. Learn from it and keep moving. The most successful investors aren't the ones who never make mistakes. They're the ones who never give up. So now that you know the top 5 mistakes to avoid, here's the million-dollar question. Will you take the right steps to avoid them, or are you going to risk it all? Stay tuned for the next video, where I'll dive into the best strategies for financing your first property. You won't want to miss it. Trust me. Thanks for watching. If you found this video valuable, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below to keep the conversation going. Remember, real estate can change your life, but only if you make the right moves. Are you ready? Let's make it happen. Subscribe, comment, next video coming soon.